Good evening and welcome to Hopkins High School for tonight's varsity girls basketball game as the Dedham Marauders take on your hometown Hopkins Hillers. The Tri-Valley League is committed to the highest ideals of sportsmanship and establishing a healthy environment for interscholastic competition. The league will not tolerate negative statements or actions directed towards competitors, game officials, or fans in attendance. Such actions including taunting, trash talking, and the berating of players or officials. Please respect all decisions made by officials. Please respect fans, coaches, participants, and opponents alike. Thank you for helping create a positive and respectful and fun environment here at HHS. And now for tonight's lineups. For the Dedham Marauders, at forward, number 2, freshman Avery O'Connor. At guard, number 24, sophomore Delaney Turner. At guard, number 11, junior Kira Heffernan. At guard, number 10, senior captain Madison Rella. And at forward, number 25, senior captain Jenna Hashi. The coaches for the Marauders are Dawn Savvy, Jim Hurst, and Christy Parker. And now for your hometown, Hopkins Hillers. At guard, number 23, freshman Lauren Cho. At forward, number 33, freshman Lexi Trendell. At guard, number 3, sophomore Amelia Sensini. At forward, number 21, sophomore Caroline Connell. And at guard, number 24, junior Cameron McDonald. The Hillers are coached by Mike Greco, Kerry Chatton, and Pat O'Brien. At this time, we ask that you stand for a moment of silence as we remember Doug Brown, former OWCA Coordinator of Officials, an active college and high school official, and a camp clinician for many years who recently passed away. Thank you. Please remain standing for our national anthem.
Hello everybody, Tim Hladek and Steve Spector here with you once again as HCAMS presents another edition of girls varsity basketball. Today your hometown Hillers, coming in at 3-3 overall, are hosting for the first time as a member of the TVL conference the Dedham Marauders here. And Steve, offensive struggles have been the kind of name of the game lately for the Hillers. Only 70 points combined in their last 3 games.
Yeah, you're right about that, Tim. And you know we've been to we witnessed a 40-point loss to Foxborough, the state champs, and then an 18-point loss this Friday night to Westwood. Mm-hmm. So after starting 3-0, now they find themselves 3-3. And you know, the last 2 games they probably faced 2 of the better teams they're ever going to face this year. So perhaps that will prepare them well for today's game against Dedham.
An odd start here as Dedham, usually both teams surround the tip-off, but Dedham only had their their center out there right now, but won the tip regardless. The freshman Avery O'Connor getting the tip for Dedham.
Definitely a little unusual strategy there. Maybe to anticipate a play right off the tip.
Baseline shot, knocked down. Number 24, Delaney Turner, calmly swishes the baseline jumper, 2-0 lead for Dedham.
Wide open, wasn't challenged. The Hillers need to challenge those shots. And, as you mentioned at the very beginning here, Tim, the Hillers need to get some offensive rhythm going and lots of potential. There you go, right on cue. Thank you by Caroline Connell hitting the three-pointer to get things rolling in the first minute of the game, give the Hillers a 3-2 lead. And they need more of that tonight, Tim.
Absolutely. I'm not sure if the Hillers hit a three at all last game against Westwood. As an easy bucket there for Dedham. Getting in there was Jenna Hash. 4-3 lead now for Dedham.
You're right, Tim. That, three-pointers are such a big part of the game now at high school level, all levels really. But certainly if a high school team gets hot with three-pointers, as we've seen by a couple of the opponents, and even in the boys' games that I did a couple earlier this year on nice tape, and that can make a difference of the game. So.
Right, we saw in that game against Foxborough in the first quarter, they really just tore the net off with three-pointers, and then from then they never looked back. So a flurry like that by any team, like you mentioned, Steve, can kind of change the outcome of the game. As a Hopkinton, I believe Senseney was hit with a travel there.
Yes. And there's a foul on, I think, 24. Cameron McDonald, I believe, her first. Again, as you mentioned, nice hustle by Caroline.
I believe that one off of Connell after the defensive play to get it away from freshman Avery O'Connor, who already has a bucket in this game. Now she launches the three, knocks it down.
Big shot. Avery O'Connor, the freshman. Beautiful release on that shot.
Connell was playing good defense, too. That was just a confident stroke from the freshman. Playing the center spot, shooting from range.
Another one.
Another three from Hopkinton. Good start for the Hillers. 2 threes thus far. This one coming from Cameron McDonald.
Kind of could see the release from here. Not that I saw it going in, but it looked like it had great rotation, and a big collision right there. Bodies everywhere.
And a scramble for the ball.
Everybody helping each other out, which is nice.
Marauders and Hillers on the floor there. Hopkinton awarded the jump ball.
7-6 Hillers. Good to see a couple three-pointers going down early for the Hillers, and that can do a couple things. It can certainly give them some good momentum and also open things up underneath.
Trendle sees the paint open up. Her shot no good. Challenged by Dedham down low. Baseline jumper just inside the three-point line, no good. Now Cho with it for the Hillers.
Whoa. Fortunate there.
Wasn't quite ready for that one, and then a shot blocked by O'Connor. It's making her impact felt early in this one. And a tough pass there.
Good recovery.
Another three. Wow. This one a high arc.
Kiara Heffernan.
Had knocked that one down. Yeah, both teams starting off hot shooting. Tough shots being made with a lot of confidence. Hopkinton drives. Losing the ball was Cameron McDonald there. Dedham will take over up 10-6 now with 4:49 left here in the first. As we see Brooke Doherty, the freshman, enter the game for the first time, as well as Kiki Fossbender, both freshmen.
Oh, there you go. She lost the ball, I think.
Yep, off of Trendle's. I believe it was off of Trendle's foot. I don't know how it would have bounced out that way without doing that, but ball goes to the Hillers in any event.
I just think that she just lost control of the ball. And, kudos to the full court press that Coach Greco implemented there, created the turnover. Referees are looking at something, perhaps the shot clock. They want to maybe start the shot clock over at 30. Because there was a turnover, so it should be a fresh clock is what I'm...
Right, that's what seems to be the issue. Yep, there we go. That is rectified.
You have Coach Bliss over there, right near the scores table. I'm sure he can work that out without a problem. the coaching legend here. Basketball hoop. Hillers need to keep some offensive momentum going here. 2 hoops in the first quarter, 4:31 left, down 10-6.
Fossbender, the nice drive, shot up,
Good
no
idea.
good. Rebound to Trendle, her shot no good. And fighting for the rebound was Heffernan.
Good D by the Hillers right there. Great D.
And
That's
taken
the way to
away
go.
by
Under control.
Hopkins and Doherty.
Caroline Connell doing a great job on that exchange there.
Doherty now launches the 3. Looked good, but just off the mark. Rebound goes to Dedham. Madison Rella grabbing that one.
Yeah, good D by
Caroline Connell
with a block.
ready for the step back, the block from Connell. Now Cho launches the 3,
in and
no
out.
good. Somehow
Easy.
the ball went through the legs of Hopkinton's Brooke Doherty there, and Dedham comes up with it after a loose ball.
That's too bad. Brooke didn't hear the footsteps coming behind her, and two marauders from Dedham kind of converged on her and took the ball from her. There needs to be some communication. The girls need to talk, let each other know what's going on.
A long 2.
Off
This
the
one,
side of the board.
yep, off the mark. Pass over Cho's head. She can corral it. So after the sharp shooting to start, a bit of hectic play over the last couple of possessions. And Dedham will have a chance to calm things down with a inbounds play here.
Oh, nice D by Caroline again.
Her pass to O'Connor way over her head, grabbed by Connell. She takes it the whole way. And he called a clear out on Connell there. Offensive foul.
Boy, that's didn't really see that one, Tim. Coach Greco didn't either.
2 fouls thus far against the Hillers.
An observation here. We've seen some really very talented backcourts. Oh, that's a nice shot there.
O'Connor's shot. They have a lot of trust with her dribbling the ball. Not common to see.
Big center like that.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly.
12-6 Dedham at the moment, but I was starting to say, almost a walk, and it was a walk.
Yep.
The backcourt so far what we've seen are not of the same. I hate to say caliber, but the Foxborough and Westwood backcourts were extraordinary.
Yes,
and
true.
the Hillers didn't really have an opportunity to press them too much, maybe because they were aware of that. But tonight, perhaps Coach Greco sees a different opportunity to press early. So
Right, no, great point.
Yep.
But then on the opposite side of that, they didn't have to compete with a center. Even though she's just a freshman, Avery O'Connor's already hit a step-back 3, made a couple of 2-point shots, and seems to be a force to be reckoned with as she's dribbled the ball up, too, a couple of times. So a different beast to handle on this one. But absolutely, the press definitely going to be employed more in this one as Coach Greco calls the first timeout of this one, with Dedham having a 12-6 lead. 2:43 left here in the opening quarter. And Dedham comes into this game with a 4-2 record overall, 2-2 in the TVL. They got wins over Bellingham and Norton so far in the CVL, and then out-of-league wins over Bay State Academy, and then the Community Academy of Science and Health. A little tough to spit that one out, but so a couple of out-of-conference wins for them. First time, again, I mentioned since Dedham has joined the TVL that these two teams have met. So some unfamiliarity, at the very least, between these two.
Yep. I'm dating myself, but as a Framingham North High grad, Dedham used to be in was a home run ball there.
Oh, risky play, but corralled.
They used to be in the Bay State League against the Framingham, Natick, Wellesley, Braintree teams.
Oh, nice bounce pass to a cutting Marauder, no good.
That's a travel.
They're grabbing the ball with, I believe it was Jenna Hash, but she kind of lost her footing, fell over, and traveled with it. But your story there, Steve?
Well, I guess my point is that it's new for Hopkinton. Also, Dedham also first time experiencing playing in Hopkinton High, and they're facing a young Hiller team here, and right now they're having their way. But nice hustle. Oh, there's a foul right there.
Fossbender getting involved with the steal and put up the shot.
That's a big momentum change there. Hillers only with their third hoop of of the quarter, but they hadn't had one in a long time. It's 2 minutes left in the first quarter, 12-8 Dedham. Oh, wide open. You got to play the D there.
Layup bounces it around and in. Madison Rella with a good cut. 14-8 now with just under 2 minutes left here in the first quarter. Pass down low to Cho. O'Connor
nice
stands her
idea.
ground. A nice bounce pass to McDermott. She couldn't handle it, but Hopkinton stays with it.
10 seconds on the shot.
Cho with the baseline jumper, a bit too strong.
Oh, that's a foul.
Rebound goes to Dedham. Jenna Hash corralling that one and then gets fouled. 3 fouls so far against Hopkinton as a new platoon comes out. Sensini, Lulu Murphy, and I believe Caroline Connell coming back out onto the floor.
Another home run ball to nowhere.
Another pass. This one,
too bad. Get it.
McDermott.
Nice job by Ashley.
Yeah, McDermott, it hit off her and she was able to grab it. Now a pass, Lulu Murphy. Nice baseline pass. Sensini steps back for 3, knocks it down.
You do some of that. We've seen Amelia get hot in the past. Last year as a freshman during the playoffs, she hit some big three-pointers, so she's capable of getting hot.
Avery
Oh, that's
O'Connor
a lot of contact there.
dribbles around Connell, shook her, and then drove down the lane, picking up, or drawing the foul, excuse me. 2 free throws coming for the freshman.
Cammie McDonald's second foul with a minute left in the first quarter. We'll have to keep an eye on that development.
Yep, and 4 overall for the Hillers now. 2-0 from Dedham as O'Connor's free throw is off the mark.
You know, sometimes we get these rosters, Tim, and they're in numerical order, which is the most efficient way for us to deal with. And then sometimes
this one's all over the place.
It's an alphabetical order. That's more challenging than the numerical order. This is in the order of seniors to juniors to sophomores to
seniority,
freshmen. So, so anyway, we hope we're keeping up with the game here as best we can.
It's definitely the first one I've seen like that I can remember anyway.
Ooh, almost a walk. Ooh, that's a foul. I'm calling the game up here. I'm refereeing up here. Is that okay? I hope they don't mind. People don't mind that.
Hey, when they're that obvious, go right ahead.
A bit of a hip check. 14-11, Dedham. One of the biggest offensive quarters the Hillers have had in recent memory in the last few games. So that's great.
Another 3 from the Hillers.
Ooh,
this
back
one
in the rim.
just a bit strong from McDonald, and Dedham comes up with the rebound. Heffernan now. A 5-second difference between the shot clock and game clock.
Good D.
Lulu Murphy gets involved, pokes the ball away. Somehow ends up in the hands of O'Connor. Back to Heffernan. Good fake from her. She drives, dipping and diving behind the Hiller defense. Somehow layup doesn't go in.
Good bounce for the Hillers.
5 seconds left for Hopkinton to get a shot. Murphy.
Good idea.
Pass to Sensini. She throws it up.
Nice.
Gets it to rattle in. And that does it for the
Beautiful.
first quarter. A 14-13 lead for Dedham. But like you said, Steve, a promising first quarter at the very least for the Hopkinton Hillers.
Yeah, you know, they've got to be hungry for a win. You know, after starting 3-0, as I mentioned, in the third game was a really tight overtime game against Holliston. So they've had you know, their opponents have had their way in the last 3 games. So they must be chomping at the bit for a W tonight. You can see that they're coming out a little more composed. Not a huge crowd here tonight, but you know, even through these headphones, we can hear a enthusiastic crowd. Mostly the parents here, a few students, but we're excited to be here doing the games, and so far the Hillers are off to a good start, down by 1 point, 14-13.
Right, and we already saw a few three-pointers, which we, again, the last game against Westwood, I don't believe we saw Hopkinton make one, and I believe they at least made 2 already and have attempted 5 or 6. So at the very least, ball moving around, getting some shots up for the Hillers, very important.
Yeah, and Amelia Sensini hitting at least one of them. I think they've
that
had a
step back in the corner.
And another really big hoop to end the first quarter. She hit a shot with about a second or 2 left that brought the
all right, yep, the buzzer beater.
It's a bit of a buzzer beater, easy for me to say.
Right.
And hopefully that'll bring some momentum into the second quarter for the Hillers. They haven't had a lead in a long time, so it'd be great to see them carry that momentum into the second quarter here.
Dedham will start with the ball with the inbounds pass to start the second quarter. As the handoff goes back to Heffernan, and she sets up the offense. Murphy a bit too aggressive on that. Thought she could steal the pass, didn't end up going for it, and then kind of ran into Delaney Turner there, picking up the foul. 5 fouls for the Hillers already. Only 1 against Dedham. Coach John Savvy calling out a play from the sideline there. See if the Hillers can prevent the easy offense. Turner cross-court pass.
Good D by the Hillers.
5 seconds left on the shot clock. O'Connor looking for help. She finds it.
Not happening.
Good defense there from the Hillers. Jenna Hash from Dedham knew it as soon as she tried that last pass as the shot clock went off. She knew she had run out of time. Great defense from the Hillers to force the turnover.
Great job. A little failure to communicate on the part of Dedham. He's lost track of what was going on there with the shot clock, obviously. And
Sensini, the quick fire 3,
and
rattles around. No good. Grabbed by Hash.
You can tell she's got a good groove going tonight with her three-point launch.
Heffernan sees the lane open up. She dishes it out. Baseline J, good from Madison Rella. Good fast break offense there from Dedham. 16-13 lead.
Dedham spreading the scoring around. At least 5 different players have scored tonight.
Connell drives.
And one.
Scoop layup. No good. Looks like, I believe that foul called on the floor as the referee waved off that shot.
Yeah, as you mentioned in the previous telecasts of the Hiller games here, it's a young Hiller girls team, and as the season's going, we can see some development, which is great.
Connell the 3, off the mark, rebound to Dedham. Turner from 3. Knocks it down.
Good shooting this quarter by the Marauders. Nailed a couple shots from that right-hand corner. One was a 3 and one was a 2.
It opened up a 6-point lead, 19-13, with about 6 minutes left here in the first half. Lou Murphy drives, pass to Trendle, gets picked off. Dedham with it once again. Pass inside to O'Connor. She gets stripped, finds her teammate Heffernan, launches the 3. That is knocked down. Another, I remember, that's her second 3 because I remember that same arc going in.
She's got quite the arc. The ball's coming down wet. It's bringing down rain. It's really launched it. All of a sudden, the Marauders have scored 8 straight points to start the second quarter.
Murphy from 3, quick fire, no good, but she gets back in there,
Good
steals
hustle.
it away, almost, but then Dedham comes up with it. Coach Savvy called a timeout, didn't think the best was going to happen there, tried to save the possession for his team.
Yeah, the refs are typically consistent about being sensitive to when someone's got the ball and they're on the ground and they start moving even the slightest bit. They'll call that travel call on those particular plays, so I think the Dedham coach saw that developing, and looks like the player got away with it.
Right.
But in any event, Hillers, we spoke too soon. Less than 3 minutes into the second quarter, they haven't scored any buckets, and the Marauders are coming out on fire in the second quarter, hitting 8 straight points. So hopefully that's not a bad timeout for the Hillers, even though Dedham called it.
Right.
And they can kind of regroup a little bit.
Right, we talked about how, as we saw with Foxborough, how 3-pointers can change the the tone of a game, and just 2 threes and a deep 2 later, all of a sudden it's almost a 10-point game. Things look a lot different than they did just 3 minutes ago, like you said, Steve. Hopefully, again, as you just mentioned, this timeout is beneficial for the Hillers as well. I'm sure Coach Greco taking full advantage of it, as we still have Olivia Gladue out and Lily Morningstar. You can see Lily again with her warm-up still on. She warmed up with the team once again, but not playing still. We don't have any idea, any inclination on when she's going to be back, but it's good to see her out on the court.
Definitely. And Olivia's got an elbow issue that she's trying to work through, and we're rooting for Lily and Olivia to come back strong.
Absolutely.
As soon as they're ready.
A 3 from Turner. That one
got a
off
box.
the mark. Grabbed by Cho.
Nice
she
pass.
looks up, finds her teammate shot up, no good. Kylie Hardenbrook's shot, but Hopkinton gets the offensive board.
Nice.
Nice find to Trendle down low. She can't get the shot. Caroline Connell with a great look to her teammate. Trendle getting fouled. 2 free throws coming for the freshman.
Yeah, I believe these are the first 2 free throws for
Hopkinton. I
Hopkinton.
believe you are right, because I know the last foul was on the floor, and the first one, I think wasn't a shooting foul either.
Either way, they haven't been there very often tonight, and
Right.
Always an opportunity to for some freebies, and they could really use every point. So hopefully Lexi will hit this second of 2.
Second one off the mark again. O'Connor with the rebound. Heffernan down low to O'Connor. She puts her head down. Layup, no good. Offensive rebound. She's smacked by Brooke Doherty. No ill will there. Doherty looks to make sure she's okay, but a foul nonetheless. 2 free throws coming for O'Connor.
A couple of freshmen there. Brooke Doherty and Avery O'Connor. Avery O'Connor, she looks to be about at least a 6-footer.
I believe
she's
so.
got the hair thing going on at the top, so you kind of lose track. And she could be 6'3" for all I know, but she looks more like around 6
In the
feet.
program, I'm sure they give her that.
And she hits 2 quick free throws with conviction, very confidently. Not a good sign for the Hillers at the moment. Down 11 all of a sudden.
Yep. Shot from Trendle off the mark. Rebound to Dedham. But then Connell again defensively has been very active in this game. Steals it away. Cho's pass tipped away. But Hopkinton retains. Trendle gets the ball down low. Nice move to get by O'Connor. Gets the bank to go in.
Great perseverance there by the Hillers in a steal.
And a bad pass from Dedham. Doherty shot around the defender. And 4 quick points for Hopkinton. Good defensive sequence there from the Hillers, forcing 2 turnovers and getting 2 buckets from it.
Press is effective here. No foul.
O'Connor drives, gets stepped. Somebody stepped in front of her, got the blocking foul there.
It's a 1-and-1, I think.
That one called against Lexi Trendle.
It's a 1-and-1 situation.
Yep, and O'Connor will shoot from the line once again, hit her last 2. That one off the mark. Rebound to Hardenbrook. Now Hopkinton on the break. Cho launches the 3.
Oh, too bad.
Just off the mark.
Good
but
hustle.
Connell, the offensive board. Can't
And
get
Ashley.
it. McDermott, another offensive board. Somehow the ball ends up in the hands of Hardenbrook, but that's stripped away. Now Hopkinton still has it.
Beauty.
Pass down low to an open McDermott, and she finds the hoop. 24-19 now.
That's
Dedham
a
lead.
critical stretch here. It's Hillers with 6 straight points of their own, which is a great sign, and that they're doing it through defense and creating turnovers.
The press is working. Dedham doesn't have a
That's a double
particularly
dribble.
strong ball handler. Yep. And you called it, a double dribble taking the ball away from the Marauders. This press is starting to give them fits.
And I was about to say, but the action was so moving so quickly that a couple of buckets ago, it's a critical juncture in the game for the Hillers to.
Then a pass rolls off McDermott's foot. Heffernan.
Oh, nice move.
Shot no good. The scoop layup.
And they've closed the gap. Under control now.
Cho open, drives from the left side.
Looks like she got hit
Looks like
there.
she did get hit. No foul called. And a missed shot. And Heffernan, I'm sure, happy not to see the press right now.
There you go.
Nice bounce pass down low. Delaney Turner's to O'Connor, who missed the open layup. Got another chance, missed that one. Now Cho with it. She drives the whole way. Left-hand layup up and in. The and one for the freshman. Chance for 3 at the line.
Hillers on an 8-0 run. It could be 9 in a row if Cho hits the foul shot. Great stretch for the Hillers. One of the best stretches we've seen in this season here on HCAM TV. And we want to, speaking of which, we want to make sure we acknowledge the great staff here, keeping the crew, keeping everybody together here. Director Tom Dings, graphics Samantha Dings, doing cameras tonight, Mary Arnott, Bob Hamilton, John Ritz, and our unbelievable volunteer intern Jean Comiskey, doing a great job up here next to us, and she's keeping everybody together, so we appreciate her being here as well.
Two-point shot, mid-range, no good from Madison Rella.
Good box.
Connell stops and finds a cutting McDermott down low. Her shot rattles around. Another two-point bucket for Hopkinton, down just 1 now. A stop and pop three-pointer from Avery O'Connor.
Boy.
I was about to say probably not the best shot, but she shut me up pretty quick. She knocked down that three-pointer.
That was a momentum change if you've ever seen one. Hillers on a 10-0 run. Ooh.
Connell drives, blocked, and a jump ball. Good defensive play there from senior captain Jenna Hash. You see, had her hand on the ball, force a jump ball. This one stays with Hopkinton.
27-23 Dedham. 54 seconds left in the first half. It's been one of the more entertaining halves we've seen for the Hiller girls this year.
Right, in their last 3 games, they've scored 22, 23, and 25. They already have 23 in the first half here. So at the very least, a good sign. Fossbender's shot goes in. 25 points now for the Hillers, down just 2, under a minute left here in the first half.
Wide open, they just don't see Dedham has players open, they just can't get the ball to them. There you go, more trouble.
Heffernan looking for help. She just chucks it up there, finds Delaney Turner.
Uh-oh.
She takes it the whole way and is blocked by McDermott.
It's quite a collision. Ashley, I thought, had her, couldn't say for sure with 100% certainty, but she certainly looked like she had her feet planted for the most part, and obviously the Dedham player, number 24, Delaney Turner, who's having a heck of a game, sophomore. She's got a nice shot. She's got about 8 points at this point of the 28. Very strong player. She created the contact. Ashley must not have had her feet set, according to the refs.
Dedham shooting very well from the stripe this game, resulting in that 4-point lead. That travel called there on Hopkinton. So Doherty is hit with the violation. 24 seconds exactly left here on the game clock. Shot clock is off. Dedham can take the last shot if they choose, but again, Hopkinton setting up the press.
Looking for a trap. There it is.
Heffernan dribbling out of trouble somehow. Again, good moves. She takes a nice bounce pass down low. Hash shot, no good.
That's got to be a foul.
But Turner getting a bit too aggressive there. Just pushes Fossbender out of the way. Sent her sprawling on the floor.
It's too bad they don't have that could have been a 1-on-1 situation if it was one more foul. That was the 6th foul of the half. Right now points are very precious for both teams. Hillers have 11 seconds to get the ball up for a decent shot.
Cho takes it. Gets over to McDermott. McDermott's pass stolen away. 4 seconds left for Dedham.
No foul.
They're probably not going to get a shot. They do get a shot up, but well short of the mark as Hopkinton's offense comes alive in that first half for the first time in the last several games. Just down 4 points, 29-25 to Dedham.
Yeah, the second quarter was pretty evenly balanced. The first 10 points were by the Marauders, and then the next there was 10 points in a row by the Hillers. So a couple streaks by both teams, and we're going to have a good match going on right now. So we're going to go into halftime with a 4-point deficit for the Hiller girls, but they're coming back strong for the second half.
Right, yeah, we hope to see the continuation of the offensive outburst from the Hillers. Again, just down 29-25. We'll see you guys back in a little bit. Hope to see you join us.
My name is Kurt. My name is Nina.
I'm Haley. Hi, Davis. Jake. We're the Hiller volleyball team.
My name is Emma. My name is May.
My name is Shelby.
My name is Sophie.
We're Alma Gal, and we love HCAM. We love HCAM.
And I volunteer for HCAM TV.
And I watch HCAM TV.
And I love HCAM TV.
And I love HCAM TV.
We love HCAM TV. Woo!
Tim Hladek and Steve Spector back with you here for the second half. It's going to be starting momentarily. Again, the Hillers down just 4 after scoring 25 points in the first half, down 29-25. And Steve, I think even just the points being scored are nice, but it just looks like a different look overall to this Hillers offense.
Yeah, like I said earlier, they have some motivation right here. They don't want to fall below 500. That's always a line that no team or coach or any especially the players, they all have both teams have pride. Everyone's got pride.
Right.
But after starting 3-0 and then going to 3-3, this is a critical half ahead of us for the Hillers to hopefully set the tone for the rest of the season and give them some momentum as they get ready for the next game on Friday night, who I guess we have to figure out who that is. Do we know who that is?
Yeah, they're playing at Millis on Friday.
Millis, so that's always a tough game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It doesn't get any easier. They play at Medfield, who over the past several years has always been a tough game for Hopkinton. So it doesn't get any easier over the next couple of games for the Hillers.
Yeah, so they really need this home game. They need this W to keep on track to make the tournament and things like that. And again, they finished that second quarter with a good flurry overall. So hopefully they'll carry that into the second half. It's like they're playing a trapping kind of a. Ooh.
Pass stolen away
Easy.
by Trendle. Almost stolen right back, but she holds on to it. Sensini drives, gets it stolen away.
Just need to keep their composure, no need to rush things. A little out of control offensively when they got the ball, just keep it together. Oh, nice D by
pass
Caroline.
Stolen away, another turnover.
Easy.
McDonald drives.
Ooh, almost a travel. Down to 10 seconds on the shot clock.
McDonald finds Cho. Cho drives, layup, just off the mark.
Good
Trendle
battle.
fighting for the rebound. She falls, has it taken away.
Great hustle. Lexi Trendle, freshman, was on the ground. While still on the ground, grabbed the ball. Number 24, Delaney Turner, who's had a great game, brought the ball down low enough for Lexi to grab the ball and created the turnover, or the jump ball, rather.
Yep, sorry, Sensini with the 3 misses there. Grabbed by Dedham.
Good D by
Avery
Caroline.
O'Connor drives, shot up, no good.
Good job by Caroline. She had her hands back, playing defense with her feet. That's what you want to do. Forced a tough shot by Dedham, and Hiller's working for a good shot right now.
Trendle drives. She's fouled by O'Connor. 2 free throws now coming for the Hillers.
It's turning out to be a good battle by the 2 freshmen, Lexi Trendle for Hopkinton and Avery O'Connor. Both players are going to probably have something to say as far as how this game winds up at the end.
Free throw good. First one from Trendle. First point scored of the quarter, about 2 minutes in. Second one, no good. Rebound to the Marauders.
Good defense by Cho at the top. Good D by Caroline.
O'Connor looking for a shot.
That was well played by the Hillers. No foul there. Good no call by the refs. Oh, there it is right there, Lexi.
Trendle down low. Foul called on the floor. This one looks like it's going against Delaney Turner. Yep, I believe that's her second foul in the last minute. Connell the 3, off the mark, too strong, grabbed by Heffernan. Turella, she stops her 2-point shot just a bit short. Grabbed by Cho. Wow, just taken away by Hash. Good steal not to get hit with the foul there. I think she might have saved Trendle from a double dribble or a travel in any event, but good defensive play.
I mean, it's hard to stop the train from going forward sometimes
right.
when you're going down the court like that, but the Hillers need to do a better job of taking care of the ball in those situations. They've lost the ball on a few occasions when there's no need to do that. Ooh, that's almost a foul, and maybe it is. Oh, they called jump ball. Caroline Connell having one of her better games of the season tonight. Very active, has some points, but
defensively
it's causing some trouble defensively for Dedham.
O'Connor gets the ball down low, muscles it up, can't get it to fall. The drive from Doherty, no good, but she drew the foul. 2 more free throws coming for Hopkinton, a chance to bring this to within 1.
And 3 fouls on Dedham this half, none for the Hillers. That could come into play. We got 2 shots for Brooke. Good opportunity for Brooke to get another point here. We could use it.
Second one rattles out as well. Looks like tipped out of bounds by Dedham, though. Chance for the Hillers to get some points off this one.
Definitely a good break there for the Hillers. Didn't mean to put any extra pressure on Brooke, being a freshman on the line there. But just unlucky. Both of them were good shots, just kind of rolled out, each one of them. The ball in.
Ball off of Connell's hands, but Sensini able to grab that one.
Dedham in a zone D right now. They've been playing man-to-man most of the game, so they've changed things up defensively, giving them a little different look.
Nice pass down low. Hardenbrook couldn't get the shot off. Cho. 10 seconds left on the clock. 3 from Doherty. Again, rattles around.
It's a good shot for Brooke.
The rim has not been kind to the Hillers the last couple possessions. Dedham has not scored in the third quarter. Hillers have just 1 free throw about 4 minutes in. 4+. As Rella launches the 3 off the mark. Connell with the rebound.
Under control.
Down low, Hardenbrook, her shot up and in. She pivoted, found herself wide open, and got the lay-in. Hopkinton down just 1.
Yeah, that's probably a smart timeout by the Dedham coach, Don Savvy, recognizing that the numbers weren't looking good. Whatever didn't look good, he decided he didn't want to deal with that full court press where the Hillers have had some success tonight. So
Right, and it saved, I believe, I'm not sure if the Dedham had already bailed on the play when they heard the whistle, but that pass went out of bounds, so it probably saved a turnover for them at the very least. Like I said, Hillers have just 3 points here in the third, but Dedham has not scored at all, leaving Dedham with just a 1 point, 29-28 lead with 3:29 left here in the third quarter. So scoring has definitely slowed down for both teams, but Hillers hanging tough.
yeah, and you can see that the coach, the Dedham coach, is trying to instill some confidence in his players. Excuse me, for bringing the ball up, and they don't have the ball handling skills as some of the other teams we've seen this
Right.
early part of the season. So they need to try to keep their composure, and the Hillers are really implementing a really effective press. So so far the Hillers are pitching a shutout this third quarter, and they've got 3:29 left, only 3 points scored, all by the Hillers in the third quarter.
Dedham breaks the press there. Connell again getting her hands on the ball, forces a turnover. Doherty finds a cutting.
And one.
Hardenbrook, who can't hit the shot, but is 2 more free throws coming for the Hillers. I believe it'll be their 4th and 5th free throws so far of the quarter. Taking advantage of these fouls.
Nice.
That one rattles in for Hardenbrook.
Brooke Doherty, who missed the last game on Friday night, is good. She's having a good game tonight, and that was a really good example of her keeping her composure, bringing the ball up, and waiting for the appropriate time and delivering the ball to Hardenbrook, who hit 1 of 2, tying the game up at 29 apiece.
Heffernan drives, scoop layup, no good. Rebound to Doherty. She's almost stripped by Turner.
Good hustle. Good recovery.
Cho from 3, just a bit short.
Nice.
Another offensive board. Hardenbrook now off the shot, off the pass, rattles it in. First lead for Hopkinton, 31-29.
There it is.
And Sensini almost gets in there for the steal. Getting the Hillers crowd lively.
Definitely. The parents are fired up here. Got to love it. Definitely some students here, too, but largely the parents. And, it's the first lead the Hillers have had in a few games. So it must feel good, and now it's time to put the pedal to the metal and pile it on.
Pass off of Connell's leg there. Again, getting active defensively. Whether it's an outright steal or just altering a pass, she's been all over the place tonight.
Yeah, it's creating some apprehension, if anything else, for the Dedham girls. I don't think they're enjoying trying to break this press, to be honest with you. It's just me.
But they've definitely had trouble with it. Like you said, lacking that
almost a travel.
That really confident ball handler. But then Heffernan just dribbles right through it on that one. Bounce pass down low to Hash. Somehow gets the ball to drop. Opportunity for an old-fashioned three-point play here. Dedham really needed that.
I think we spoke too soon in there for a minute. We were complimenting the Hillers so much. They did a good job, but Heffernan did a
she
great job.
Drove right through the entire press and then found her teammate for the three-point play. Dedham takes the lead right back, 32-31 with 2:10 left here in the third quarter.
I think we're in store for a fantastic finish here, Tim. That's just a prediction.
It looks like it.
I'm not really going out on a limb there, but we got a close game here. What's that?
12, a foul went on 12 there, I believe, or 21. Looks like it was called on the screen. No, that was on Hardenbrook.
Must have cleared out there.
And then Cho, foul on Turner. She tried to get by.
It's not the end of the world, only the third foul in the second half here, and the Dedham still has the ball. There it is. Oh.
Hardenbrook, no, excuse me, not Hardenbrook. That was Fossbender with the steal. And as Rella, I believe, went up there to reject the shot, she caught more than the ball. Two more free throws for Hopkinton.
Again, the Hillers got a tip ball there. created the opportunity. And Kiki Fossbender really has a good opportunity to tie the game here with her second shot. And I don't think the Dedham coach was thrilled with that call. It looked like a fairly clean block, but there must have been some contact. Enough to cause the fouls.
Tie game once again at 32. As Turner breaks the press, finds Rella. Nice pass to O'Connor. And now I don't know if that was a foul, but it looked pretty similar to the play we just saw, and I think that's what the coach is trying to get at right there. He's like, you got to call it both ways, but Dedham keeps possession there.
I don't blame the coach there, the Dedham coach.
O'Connor from deep from three, a bit short. Seems like she didn't fully have that ball as she tried to shoot it quicker than she wanted.
32 apiece, 1:43 left in the third quarter. Got ourselves a barn burner here.
Three from Hardenbrook. She doesn't even think, launches that one.
Good hustle.
Rebounded by Lulu Murphy. Again, Hardenbrook,
nice
but
block.
she's rejected.
Both teams,
it's a bit of collision.
both teams scrapping.
That referee giving a little warning to Turner and Hardenbrook, or Fossbender right there. Turner has been a little bit vocal over some calls she doesn't like in this game. Probably some frustration on her part.
Ooh, that's off of Hopkinton. I think they got a break there.
Yeah, I believe that was kicked out of bounds by Hopkinton, but no instant replay to let them know. So Hopkinton taking a break, getting a break there.
That's a kick ball. Nice play by Coach O'Brien on the bench. Maybe he doesn't have quite the quickness he's had in years past, but still, nevertheless, a really good play by Pat.
Hopkinton struggling to get it in, just narrowly avoiding the 5-second violation there. Just over a minute left here in the third quarter, 32-32.
That's a travel. Got away with it.
Coach Savvy of Dedham not too happy with that one. But again, referees can't catch everything. Nice block from behind Avery O'Connor on a cutting Doherty.
That's a foul.
Now when Murphy knocking Hash to the ground. I guess the block erased that missed turnover there.
That was quite a collision on, and Murphy certainly got her money's worth.
She earned that one, yep.
Full body block. Hiller's pulling back the press for just a minute.
O'Connor wants it. Another 5-second violation. I believe we saw one last game or the game against Foxborough. Not a very common call you see here.
Yeah.
And that one in particular, I'm not sure. It looked like Heffernan had made her decision as Murphy drives. Nice play. Couldn't get the shot to fall. McDermott tried to save it but couldn't. Threw it right into the hands of Dedham. Heffernan, a nice pass to Rella. That layup somehow rattles out. Nice pass from Heffernan. And then Dedham runs into that one, steals it away. Heffernan knew she had a chance for a layup, could not get that shot. Not sure if she would have gotten it off anyway, but the opportunity lost as it goes off of her hands, out of bounds. And a 32-32 lead. All right, so 32-32 tie right now between Dedham and Hopkinton. Not much scoring for Dedham in that one, but Hopkinton manages to take the lead at least once in that third quarter. But now, again, both teams sitting at 32.
Yeah, and I think the Dedham coach is a little hot because, there's been a little bit of inconsistencies on some of the calls and a little helter-skelter there. But at this point, we're going to take a break for the 50-50 raffle.
Winner is John Powers. You can collect your money at the 50-50 raffle stand. Thank you.
How'd that raffle work for you, Tim? Not well.
Nope, I'm not John Roberts or John Powers. Whoever the winner was, it's not me.
Well, what we have is a really good look forward to. A really good fourth quarter here.
Right.
We got a tie game. Hillers just outscored Dedham 8-3 in the third quarter, so not a big scoring quarter for either team.
Right,
but Dedham didn't really have much going on at all, and Hillers are in a good spot here. You know, I think they're hungry. I think they've got some momentum. They've they have some good aggressive D happening that's causing some turnovers. That's clearly been helping them tonight, and Dedham doesn't really have an answer for that press. And I think we'll probably see more of that press in the fourth quarter.
Right, I have to imagine we're going to see some more of Avery O'Connor as well. She didn't really have much of an impact there in the third. Say Dedham narrowly avoids a 5-second violation on the inbound there to start the fourth. Hopkinton with 4 fouls against them, Dedham with 5.
I think she lost the ball.
Yep, Turner loses the ball out of bounds. Turns it over there, and Hopkinton takes over.
Lauren Cho with some good D on her. Just playing with her feet, keeping her her hands away from the ball, just causing some stress for.
Trendle fakes a shot and drives, but stripped by Hash.
There we go.
And then Heffernan gets stripped on the other end. Tried to hustle to take it back for Dedham, but could not. Loses it out of bounds. Cho again trying to probe that defense. McDonald's drive. Nice shot off the backboard. Cameron McDonald. Another lead for Hopkinton.
It's a heck of a play by McDonald. Nice runner off the backboard. Not an easy shot.
Rella open, a deep 2 again. She knocks it down. Dedham's taken a few of those shots today. Just one step on the 2-point, on the 3-point line. An inch or two back, and they'd have a couple more threes. But I'm sure Coach will take a made shot at the end of the day. Trendle's shot. She gets a rebound, then rejected by O'Connor. Then a tie up between Trendle and Heffernan.
Nice block by O'Connor. She's having a heck of a game. Very physical player, freshman. But the Hillers, to their credit, have neutralized her a bit in the second half. They've neutralized everybody in the second half.
McDonald's 3 off the mark. Grabbed by Dedham.
Tie ball game, 34 apiece, 6 minutes or so to go in the game.
Another deep 2 from Rella. She knocks it down. Another shot where her foot was on the 3-point line. But again, 4 points from her in the last 2 possessions.
Hillers need to get some offense going here. They don't really have a flow going in this quarter yet. Ooh, that's got to be a...
Delaney Turner, the quick shot, no good. Probably a bit too quick. Dedham had a chance to score there. Connell open from 3, off the mark. Heffernan wisely grabs that one and slows it up. Heffernan from 3, the high arc, off the mark.
Nice box by Lexi. Hillers could use a hoop here.
Sensei, the quick fire 3, no good.
Good job by
Trendle
Lexi.
fights for that rebound and might have partially got blocked there, but not enough to cause a jump ball there. She jumped up and down with that. A travel is the call. 36-34 Dedham with 4:50 left here in the fourth.
There it is.
Heffernan gets picked Connell drives. Nice job to get by
Oh,
Turner.
too bad.
She can't make it. O'Connor probably got slapped in the head on that
4
one.
on 1.
She takes it the whole way.
I would have called an offensive foul, but that's
Yeah, she did. She did put her head down. I kind of stopped looking at the defender to see what O'Connor was doing. She put her head down, decided she was going to take that one all the way. I believe some discussion there between McDonald and the referee. He might have been calling that Dedham's way the whole way to try to get one of those calls back in Dedham's favor. McDonald didn't seem too happy about it. Actually, the foul went on Trendle. As O'Connor sinks both of those.
she's, that free throws are so critical, and the Hillers haven't been stellar on the line tonight. They've certainly missed enough that where it's a factor.
Hardenbrook sinks the shot over O'Connor's outstretched hand.
And there's close play.
As again, Connell altering another pass, kicking that one out of bounds.
Catherine Henry, the athletic trainer, making a good play over there.
No longer your neighbor, though, anymore.
I know.
Right?
All my neighbors are no longer the athletic director, so I can't. But we're happy to have Catherine Henry in that role now.
Another kickball forced by Connell.
Hillers need a turnover here. Still 4 minutes or so left in the game. Dedham playing into the. Here it is.
With a foul from behind. One Hiller got a bit too aggressive.
Lauren Cho.
Right, it looks like her second foul of the game. 38-36, Dedham lead, 4:09 left here in this one. Hiller's looking to avoid dropping below 500 for what I believe would be the first time in the last several years. Not to put any more pressure on them, but it just has been it's a testament to how good the Hillers have been over the past several years. Rella's baseline jumper, no good. O'Connor grabs the offensive board. She's blocked.
That's a late foul.
Looked like a good block from where I was standing. Hiller fans not too happy about the call, but O'Connor getting 2 free throws.
Yeah, that's an unfortunate sequence there. Again, Avery O'Connor of Dedham, to her credit, that's a nice play, taking it up strong.
Her free throw no good. She shoots it. Sorry, go ahead, Steve.
I was going to say she still drew the foul. A little bit of discussion there, but I interrupted you. You're describing her foul shooting there.
Oh, she shoots it very quickly from the line, takes her 2 dribbles and launches it right up. 2 on that trip. She has been very good from the line today, but good for the Hillers because now down still just 2 after those missed opportunities for Dedham. Doherty drives by, avoids O'Connor, but O'Connor alters the shot just enough to force a miss.
Some body contact, but no call. Ref's trying to let the girls play. Ooh, that's a travel. That had to be a travel, and that's a travel. Oh, that's quite an unusual sequence. We had a back-to-back travel calls. The second one, the Dedham coach Don Savvy knew that it was. He quickly called a timeout because the second Dedham girl was sliding over the floor. And she called a timeout, or he called a timeout. But anyway, that was a unfortunate.
Yeah, bang play there, and Coach Savvy was ready for it. Called the timeout. Basically, as soon as he saw, I believe Turner there, tried to catch that ball, but they missed the first travel from the pass. Again, Coach Greco not too happy about it, but
that was a blatant travel, and they just missed it. It happens. Mm-hmm. But overall. We don't want to beat up on the refs too bad here, but they've called a pretty good game, and they're not going to get every call perfect.
Right, absolutely.
And we have the benefit of a
little bit of a higher perch here.
Yeah, we have a bit different angle and microphones in front of us, so we.
So after that timeout, 3:22 remaining in the fourth quarter, 38-36 lead for Dedham as they will inbound. Heffernan will try to find somebody to get the ball into. Does relatively easily.
Oh. Off Dedham. Coming out of a timeout, that's not what they're looking for there. Opportunity for the Hillers here. Just need to get into a flow.
All right, neither offense seems to be settled much at all here in the fourth. Cho almost gets picked. And only 1 second left, though, for Hopkinton on the clock, so they're going to have to catch it and shoot it. They're, I think, kind of lucky there.
Should be a Dedham. I think Coach Greco is saying he had Dedham maintained possession.
I think that's a bit of an iffy call right there. I don't know if she had possession.
Well, it was out of bounds on Dedham, so I think.
I mean, if they just tipped it out of bounds, it wouldn't be a fresh clock. But if she had possession, then it would be. But
tough situation.
I wasn't of the persuasion that she had full possession there. But now 1 second left for Hopkins, and they're going to have to catch and shoot. That one's stolen away. Again, the shot clock went off.
Both teams a little sloppy with the ball here.
Yeah, no one looks like they want to handle it right now from either team.
She just went out of bounds.
And Turner just falls down. She was kind of guided out of bounds, but no real foul. Good defense there from Doherty, leaving Turner the only option to fall out of bounds. Nobody looks comfortable with the ball at all right now from either side, especially on Dedham's end.
Here it is, Caroline.
Connell sees the lane open up.
Beauty.
Layup.
Oh, too bad.
Just bounces out off of a Marauder. Hopkinton still with a chance here to tie it up. 2:08 left here in the fourth.
Kylie Hardenbrook helping the ref with that call, but I think she got it right.
Hardenbrook launches from
short.
three, a bit short. Letting it fall out of bounds was Hash, the senior captain. Turner gets it up to Rella. O'Connor looking for help. Heffernan drives, kicks it over. Turner, now Rella gets a shot opened up. Probably could have been a foul called. Looked like some contact from behind, but ball rolls out of bounds. Dedham will keep it with 13 seconds left on the shot clock. 1:45 left in the fourth. Rella open from three. Again, steps in on the line for that deep two. Can't hit it.
Good job by Cho to get that double dribble.
Yeah, and a double dribble call. Coach Savvy calling that one from the baseline. And referee nodding his head in agreement as he blew the whistle there. Tough break for Hopkinton to give it right back after the missed opportunity from Dedham.
Yep, tough break there. A little bit of an experience thing there. Cho didn't.
And a 5-second violation call. Oh, looks like just about to get that, but the timeout called from Savvy. Savvy move there. Don't want to easy target there. But
to the extent this comes into play, Dedham's used at least 2 timeouts this half, and maybe I might have lost track, and it could be 3. And in a tight game like this, as you come down to the end of the game, that could come into play.
Yeah, saving possessions and potentially points there.
Yep. But geez, both teams, 1:40 left in the fourth quarter here. 38-36 Dedham. It's a basically 6-4 scoring. Dedham scored 6 and Hopkinton only 4 points this quarter. So I think the scoring's leveled off a little bit, and I think the nerves have gotten higher.
I think so, right? Yeah, we saw a lot of kind of hot potato, a lot of indecision from both teams here at the end. After not too much of that at all in the earlier part of the game, but again, as crunch time comes down, those individual passes and decisions become a lot more important. And now Dedham up just 2, 38-36 with 1:40 left here in the fourth, saving possession there with that last timeout. We'll see if the Hillers can prevent another basket here and try to either take the lead or tie this game up.
There it is.
Pass inside to O'Connor, getting rattled around.
Good job.
Cho with it now for Hopkinton.
Under control.
She's looking for help. Gets it from Hardenbrook. Gets the handoff. Hardenbrook puts her head down and drives.
No call. Could have been. Good idea, though, taking it up strong. That was a good opportunity. Just shot just didn't go down, unfortunately.
Hardenbrook has been aggressive with her drives here. When she makes a decision to drive, there's no hesitation about it. Pass inside to O'Connor. She puts her head down. Shot no good.
Under control, under control.
Cho just kind of throws the ball out of bounds. Not much she could do there. She was falling down. Turnover there for Hopkinton. 54 seconds left, 38-36. Dedham still ahead.
Ooh, that was almost out of bounds.
Yeah, it was close.
Very
Yeah,
close. Look at that. Cho needs to put the pressure on her. Almost a violation. Very close. She's flirting with it again.
Heffernan drives. A nice bounce pass.
Nice
down.
block.
Blocked by Sensini. Goes out of bounds with 32 seconds left on the game clock. 9 on the shot clock. Timeout called by Coach Greco.
Yeah, that's a good timeout by Coach, and the Hillers need a stop or a turnover, and they need to get some points here.
Right, yeah.
Stating the obvious here, but they need a bucket. They haven't had one in a long time. They only have 4 points this quarter, but they're only 2 points back, and
right.
This 32 seconds could take 20 minutes depending on how this thing goes. But the Hillers are in a penalty, so Dedham would be shooting if there's a foul, non-shooting foul, and as it relates to how the next 32 seconds goes, Dedham has a foul to waste, and that could come into play as well. So,
yeah, and Hopkinton again has been struggling from the free throw line. So, who knows what will happen if the Hillers get there? Dedham has been a bit better. Missed a few in this quarter. Avery O'Connor has been, I think, their best from the free throw line and so far in this one. So I imagine they'd be trying to get the ball in her hands. Should be trying to get the ball in her hands anyway. She seems to have been the best player on the court here today.
Hillers getting an extended timeout. Referee was about to go shake him down a little bit to get things moving, but
Dedham had been having trouble getting the ball in. 5 seconds left on the shot clock. Heffernan drives, pass over to Relish. She gets blocked, so shot clock violation there. Good defense from the Hillers. 23.3 seconds left on the game clock now. No shot clock.
That's a big break. Big break.
I believe Coach Greco has a timeout. He calls it right there with 17.5 seconds. Thought he was going to wait a bit longer to call that one. Maybe he's got another one in his pocket.
I think he does. And it'll be interesting to see if they go for, how much time they decide to utilize. Perhaps they'll consider getting the shot off with an opportunity to leave a few seconds on the clock for a rebound.
Right.
Taking it to the hoop is not, never a bad idea to draw a foul. And as you said a minute ago, the free throw shooting hasn't been exactly stellar. Or I guess another strategy is they could try to launch a quick three,
right,
and see if they can get an open three by, let's say, Amelia, or who else has hit some. Joe has hit I think a three tonight. So I lost track. We got to keep
I think Cameron McDonald has hit 1 or 2 here tonight as well. So again, a few options out there for Hopkinton to go to if they do decide for the three, but. Again, 17.5 seconds, a lot of time for them to maybe they'll look for an easy opening. If not, Coach Greco might call another timeout, because I know at one point in the season, I believe against Halston, he called a timeout early and then wasted about 10 more seconds, called another timeout, I think, with 6 or 7 seconds left. He might be looking to do the same thing here. We'll see exactly what opens up
Caroline,
for the Hillers.
Almost open. Got to get it in.
Yeah, and he called one again right away.
Interesting. That might be the last one. So
you're right.
I think Coach O'Brien is trying to.
They're checking, see what exactly they have left.
Well, in any event, the Hillers need a hoop or a couple free throws, or I guess we'll take a three if they can get a three. That would be
Yeah,
ideal.
we won't be stingy.
But let's see what kind of play that the coaches are concocting over there on the sideline, and we'd love to see a fantastic finish. They had a great finish against Holliston earlier this year in overtime, and I think I think I'm right. Amelia Sensini hit, or somebody hit it. I might have the wrong player, but somebody hit a three-pointer at the end of the game.
Right, yeah, to get it to overtime, I believe, yeah.
So hopefully this will be another one of those situations, and the Hillers can come through and knock them up to 3-2. But both teams are 2-2 in the Tri-Valley League, so it's a big game for both teams.
Right.
Both teams looking for a W. Right now, Dedham in a better position, but good opportunity for the Hiller girls. Got to get open.
Ball gets into Hardenbrook. Now in the hands of Cho.
There it is.
She drives,
Yes.
gets the open layup,
Yes.
up and in. And one opportunity for Lauren Cho. 38-38 now with an opportunity to take a 1-point lead.
No problem for Lauren here.
That foul going against Avery O'Connor. Freshman against freshman. Let's see if Cho can knock it down.
Ooh,
Off
too
the
bad.
mark, rebound to Heffernan. Timeout called by Dedham. 38-38, 8.9 seconds left.
Nice play by Lauren. You know, big moment, that big opportunity for her. She's got plenty of time left for only a freshman, but that's a huge, one of the biggest buckets of her young career. Taken to the hoop. And,
It was a great drive, taking the contact, knocking it down.
She's done that in the past. She's got some quickness to, you know, there's speed and quickness. She used both there, but she beat the Dedham player to the hoop and created the three-point opportunity. Unfortunately, the free throw didn't go down, but nevertheless, the Hillers tied it up. They needed that at the minimum, and they got it. Left a little time on the clock, and we'll see what the Dedham Marauders have in store. And interestingly, you know, it's a one-on-one situation, so the Hillers need to be careful if there's a probably talking about not fouling here, or if they're going to foul, if they have to foul, who to foul.
Exactly, right.
I don't believe either team has any timeouts left.
I mean, it feels like they've had they've just been calling timeouts willy-nilly the entire fourth quarter. Again, we don't have anything up here indicating how much they do have left, but with that said, 8.9 seconds left, so shade under 9 seconds left for Dedham to get up the court and launch a shot.
Also for the Hillers to create a turnover, that would be even better. Trap. Got to stop the
Heffernan
ball.
gets it, gets by the press. 4 seconds left for her. She
Another
hands it
travel.
off. Turner for three. Oh, almost just a bit off the mark. And it looks like we are going to go to overtime after Turner's shot just missed the mark, 38-38. We're going to get some more basketball
Wow,
tonight.
that means we get paid overtime, right?
That's right, exactly.
You know, I'll have
Pretty
to
sure
talk
I
to
know.
my agent about that.
Mike Trojan's not here tonight, but I'll check with him on the rules.
Yeah. Well, nevertheless, we got ourselves a fantastic finish, 38 apiece. I'm sure Lauren would love to have that free throw back, but Hillers did a great job at the end. Didn't foul. I thought there was a potential travel there with about 3 seconds left, which would have been interesting. But I think to the refs' credit, they let the girls play it out, and Dedham had a legit shot to hit that last three-pointer. Didn't go down, and we've got a 4-minute overtime. So we'll see what the Hillers can do. I wouldn't say that either team has any momentum going.
Right, I know. It's
that last quarter, each team scored 6 points each.
right.
So, the scoring pace has slowed down.
Yeah,
since
absolutely. The second half has really taken a more of a defensive tone. But again, like you said, another 4 minutes to decide the winner of this one. Hopkinton could move to 4-3 overall, or drop to 3-4. So a big game here for the Hillers. Definitely as far as momentum, riding a 3-game losing streak right now.
I'd like to see Olivia Gladue on the bench giving her freshman teammate Lauren Cho a little advice as we goes into overtime. That was nice to see. Olivia doing whatever she can do to help her teammates out.
And kind of an awkward tip there. But Dedham takes over. Turner down low to an open Hash. Easy, probably the easiest bucket scored in the last quarter and a half for either team there.
Yep, just a missed assignment by someone. I don't know who it was, but unfortunate. But plenty of time here. Just need to work for shots. Just get into their flow like they did earlier in the game.
The three from Hardenbrook just off the front of the rim. Grabbed by Heffernan. She looks ahead to her teammate O'Connor. Tipped out of bounds. Last touch by Hardenbrook. Stays with Dedham. Pass to, looked like directly to Connell, but Turner corralled it. .15 seconds left for Dedham to decide what they want here.
Good D by Brooke.
Baseline pass to Hash down low. Now back to Heffernan. Her three.
Big box.
Off the back of the rim. Grabbed by Hardenbrook. Hardenbrook has had a very, very good game here. The freshman making her impact felt.
Definitely one of her best games of the year. Lots of playing time for her tonight.
Cho
Nice.
down low to Sensini. Her shot finds the mark. 40-40 now. Heffernan looking for help.
Pretty casual back there. Almost a travel.
Gets it off to Turner. Turner's pass down low to Hash. Gives it off to O'Connor. Shot no good.
Good job by Sensini to keep her composure. Nice. Oh, too bad.
Hardenbrook couldn't handle that pass. Bit of a fireball there. She couldn't quite handle it. Turnover on Hopkinton.
You know, there's got to be a conditioning or fatigue factor setting in. Like I mentioned,
Right.
Lauren Cho had that opportunity in the free throw line at the end of the game. She must be dead tired. She's barely come off the court all night.
One thing we haven't mentioned at all really for Dedham is I don't think they haven't made many substitutions at all in this one. Haven't seen many of their bench players in.
You're right about that.
I know we saw Alyssa Elliott, number 14, in there for a bit, but I'm not sure if anyone else has gotten off the bench.
Wide open.
Cho for three. Off the mark. Sensini
Sensini.
one's right
Nice.
in there for the board. Can't get the shot to fall.
That's a jump. I'm sure Amelia would love to have that one back. Great job by Amelia. You know, it's hard to say. I'd love to get the heights of these girls. I don't know how tall she is, but you know, she timed that rebound beautifully to get the ball. Rebound just didn't get down for her. There it is,
Pass inside
Caroline.
to Connell. Her shot partially blocked. Knocked out of Cho's hands. Looks like Turner got a hand on that. It went off of Cho's foot.
Nice play by John Ritz, the cameraman to our left. Kicking the ball back into play. Saved about 15 seconds of time.
Rella up to O'Connor. She fires the
Short.
quick three. No good, but Hash grabs the rebound.
Good D by
Heffernan
Lauren.
almost got it taken away. Pass to O'Connor. Nice seal. She gets the layup up and in. Saw that play developing and just hit O'Connor, who turned it into the layup, 42-40 with 1:22 left here in the overtime. Cho dribbling around. She drives, layup
Oh, she got some.
up and in. Nice play from freshman Cho. Two huge buckets for her late in this one.
Wow. That's travel.
Yep, timeout called from Dedham there as Turner was in trouble.
Yep, I think Coach Savvy is telling Turner, you know, she's gotten herself caught in the corner a few times tonight, and that was not a very good time to do it with a minute left in overtime with a tie score. But to your point, these Dedham girls must be dead tired too. I think there's been just a handful of substitutions.
Yeah, there hasn't been much. And especially playing a whole game as tightly contested as this is one thing, and then going out for overtime again. Sure, it's taxing. I know looks like, see on the Dedham bench, O'Connor looks exhausted, taking down some water there. She's, again, have been a huge part of Dedham's success here today, but the Hillers, with 1 minute left, tied 42-42, a chance to take this game and go 4-3 overall, 3-2 in the TVL would be a huge just momentum shift for them after struggling their last couple of games. To pick up this win, an overtime win over Dedham, would be huge.
And again, the Hillers have the benefit of being in a position to implement the full court press again, which has been effective. Not lately, but certainly during the game, there's been opportunities for turnovers, and they've got them. Looking for the trap.
This time Dedham gets by half court. Ball tipped away. Cho
nice.
Not letting it go out of bounds. Her shot, no good, but Sensini's board, no good either. Tipped out of bounds off of Hopkinton. Tough break there for the Hillers. Cho with a really heads-up play there, not letting the ball. Dedham was content with letting the ball roll out of bounds, but Cho wasn't sure who it was going to be off of. She took advantage, grabbed it herself.
Looking for the steal.
Grella finds herself
Nothing
open,
there.
shot a bit too
Gotta
hard.
Grab it.
Ball rolling around, O'Connor with it. She puts her head down, fires the shot, doesn't get it. Ball off of the Hiller, referee says, so Dedham takes over again. A lot of activity there.
A lot of contact, but you know, I don't think there was any fouls happening, nor were they called, so that was good.
Right. Hash takes in, drives, her left-hand layup, no good. Her rebound, no good. O'Connor gets in there. She's bumped from behind. 2 free throws coming for Dedham with 21.5 seconds left.
Too bad the Hillers need to, you know, they've done a pretty decent job boxing out much of the night, but right there they could have used a good defensive rebound. They just couldn't do it.
O'Connor knocks that one down. Again, a bit of a line drive shot, but she's been shooting well from the line today.
Definitely a line drive, no arc there at all.
Yeah, we saw the expression on her face. No doubt in her eyes those are going in. 44-42. Shot clock's off.
16 seconds. Need a bucket. There it is.
Cho drives. Her layup up and in and one.
Well, geez, we got a carbon copy of the end of the game and the regulation. Lauren just needs to take a couple deep breaths here. No problem. Just like in practice. No problem.
Timeout call from Coach Greco. Lauren Cho, when she's decided to put her head down, she's been able to get to the bucket at will.
Clutch.
And has been in the fourth quarter and overtime. Chance to take a 45-44 lead.
Super clutch. It's another opportunity. You know, it's almost like a field goal kicker. You don't hit the first field goal, now you get a second chance.
Right.
And she's got another opportunity here to give her teammates a lift and her team an opportunity to pull this game out against a tough Dedham team. 8 seconds left in overtime. 4's on the board, 44-44. Both teams in a bonus situation if that comes into play.
Right.
And all we need is we could really use a free throw. And
right, it'll be up to freshman Lauren Cho to see, again, like you said, another opportunity here to convert the and one.
Those are some great moves. I lost track of I'm stuttering. It's such an exciting game here, but Lauren must have 10 or 12 points anyway, and 6 points in the last end of the game, the last quarter plus overtime. She's got at least 6 points, and hopefully she'll have 7 here.
Yeah, maybe Coach Greco giving her a chance to catch her breath after seeing last time. Free throw hard off the backboard, tipped around. Turner grabs it for Dedham. She takes it the whole way. Shot blocked. And it looks like we're going to go to double overtime. 44-44.
That's a scramble. So if anyone had any plans after this game, they've had to bump it back by
delay
about a half hour.
Bit, yep.
Double overtime. You just don't get that too often. But
no.
Got both teams playing their hearts out tonight, and again, Lauren Cho, opportunity to ice it. We're not being critical. She's hit about 3 or 4 big buckets in the last.
She's the reason that they're in this position at all.
And only a freshman, amazing.
Right.
And each one of those drives on the right-hand side have almost been carbon copies of one
really,
another.
Yeah.
And again, we've got crazy ending here. Double overtime. You don't get double overtime too often.
No, the last time Hillers went into overtime was that 32-30 win versus Halston. This game kind of reminiscent of that one, except the Hillers were able to pull that one out in the first overtime. Now we're going to second overtime. Again, both teams struggling offensively, but getting those buckets when they need them. Especially from the hands of the freshmen. We had 2 free throws from Avery O'Connor, and then the bucket there from Lauren Cho. Both teams relying on their freshmen to get things done here late in the game.
I'm not really sure. I think each team gets 2 timeouts in an overtime. That's a question and a comment at the same
right.
time, but I believe that's what it is. And we have a jump ball. Again, before the game gets too far into this game, we want to thank Tom Dings, Samantha Dings, Mary Arnott, Bob Hamilton, John Ritz, and Gene Comiskey for awesome crew tonight, keeping things under control. And we're all working a little overtime, but we're happy to do it because it's a great game going on here. And there it is.
And a three-pointer from Hopkinton opened things up. Amelia Sensini, I believe, shot that one, 47-44. Then open is Hash. Her shot too hard.
Good job
and then a foul on the other end.
It's a 1-and-1, I believe. Great start to the second overtime here, and again, we got a bunch of younger players, lots of freshmen on both teams. You know, and Avery O'Connor really carrying her Dedham team on her back tonight, largely.
Free throw off the front of the rim, grabbed by Dedham.
Free throws are a story tonight. That's subplot tonight, Tim, for the Hillers.
Absolutely, yeah, very important for both teams. Pass inside to O'Connor, forced a bit there. She turns, launches the three, off the mark. Offensive rebound, back to O'Connor. Her shot too strong. Almost another offensive board. Cho taking it all the way. Lefty layup, a bit too strong, but a great rebound from Doherty, thrown right into the hands of O'Connor. She's going to take it the whole way, tries to spin, gets knocked out by Sensini.
Good hustle by these girls. Must be exhausted by now. Lauren Cho barely has come off the floor tonight, and that was a good. She's hit those left-handed layups just like the right-handed ones. That one didn't go down, unfortunately. Oh, she's clearing out. Delaney Turner really clearing things out. No call.
Heffernan drives, nice bounce pass, and one opportunity. Coming here for Jenna Hash.
Senior captain, quietly, I think she had a three-pointer earlier, an old-fashioned one, and here's an opportunity for another one.
Off the mark, rebound to Hopkinton, but knocked out of bounds.
I hate when that happens.
Yeah, tough break for Hopkinton, as they both, two players, I believe Connell and Hardenbrook, both went for it. Hash launches the two-point shot. No good. Connell. They have no one there to grab the ball. Connell runs right in to pick it up.
One-point lead for the Hillers. 2:30 left in the second overtime here at the Athletic Center.
Hardenbrook puts her head down, drives, blocked and fouled by O'Connor. She looks confused as the call there. Thought she got all ball, but a foul called nonetheless.
It's a lot of ball there, for sure.
Her third foul. Hardenbrook's free throw rattles home. 2-point lead now for Hopkinton with 2:23 left in the second overtime.
Hardenbrook's had one of her best games of the year, no question about it. Feeling it.
Knocked it down again.
That's a big one. 3-point lead for the Hillers and a steal almost. Too bad.
Off of Sensini's foot.
Again, Dedham having trouble with that full court press. They have a 1-4 trying to break a full court man-to-man. Ooh, almost a travel.
Right, yep. Pass down low to Hash, knocked it, lost it. Hash couldn't quite control it. Turnover there. 49-46 lead for Hopkinton. 2:13 left here. Second overtime. A chance to really put a stranglehold on this one. They get a bucket. Hardenbrook and Cho really have been the facilitators of the offense here, especially in the overtime periods. Cho thought about the step back three for a second. Bounce pass to Sensini.
And one.
Oh, walk, yep. Thought that might be the case. A nice play, though, from Sensini, but just took one step too many.
Yep, it was a euro and a half step there. Close. Seal that sideline. 3-point lead for the Hillers. 1:30 left in the second overtime. There it is.
The pass to O'Connor. She couldn't handle it. Connell with it now.
Good idea.
Had a chance for a bucket there, but guess rather hold on to the ball than risk losing it, and she picks up the foul, so a chance for
double bonus
free throws coming now.
Referees asking Coach Savvy of Dedham to maybe cut things back a little bit. Well, somebody just fouled out. Jenna Hatchie, I don't know. I think we're pronouncing that at least in the neighborhood where it should be. But she had a great game and she just fouled out. The senior captain. And for the first time all night, Alyssa Elliott, number 14, is in the game for Dedham. Tough spot for her coming. Don't believe we've seen her.
I think she was. They had one substitution earlier. I think she was in there. I think she actually picked up a foul, which is why I remember her number being up on the board. But she didn't play very long. She played under a minute.
Sure.
Both free throws off the mark for Connell. O'Connor taking it up herself. She wants to settle this. Thinking about the three. She drives. Shot up through 4 Hillers. Knocked out of bounds.
She certainly made up her mind.
She did. And Hopkinton knew that too. Everybody abandoned position and collapsed toward her, which is the right defensive play.
A lot of bodies flying underneath. Almost a...
O'Connor gets it. I'm sure she's going to try to shoot the three. Puts her head down, drives, shot, no good. Hit a jump ball called.
Oh, that's a tough. That looked like a foul to me. I thought that O'Connor was out of control there, out of frustration.
Mm-hmm.
You can see her approach. She's just got her head down. She's taking it to the hoop.
Yes, she is.
And I thought that should have been a foul there, but
she looks exhausted, which may contribute to some of the frustration there. Heffernan kicks it over. Elliott launches the three, a bit short.
Grab it.
Joe wrestling with Turner there. Again, another jump ball, but this one stays with Hopkinton. Under a minute left, 3-point lead for the Hillers, 49-46 here in double overtime.
Got to come to the ball.
Pass into Hardenbrook. Good idea from Hardenbrook to find the cutting sense, and he get it over half court. 20 seconds for the Hillers.
3-point
lead
lead
off
of
the
the ball.
puck. Cho drives,
nice.
shakes O'Connor, gets the foul. That's the 4th on O'Connor, and Cho is going to be shooting 2 from the line.
Not as much pressure on these freebies for Lauren. Not that she needs any extra pressure. She's having a heck of a game tonight. But she's got 2 shots here. There it is.
First one just rattles home, and that one should help with the psyche at least. Needed to see one go through the hoop from the line.
Well, that's a critical one because it makes it a 2-possession game for Dedham if they're going to come back.
Second one rattles home too. Timeout call from Hopkinton. Their biggest lead of the night, up 51-46. 43 seconds left.
Biggest lead of the night and biggest lead in about 2 weeks for them.
Mm-hmm.
And they've earned this one. They haven't got it yet quite yet, but certainly the fatigue factors come into play for both. And great job by Lauren to get an opportunity to redeem herself on the line, and she hits them both to really extend the lead to 5 points with 43 seconds left in the second overtime. You can see the body language in Dedham's. Some of the girls on the bench are just a little tired out over there.
Mm-hmm.
And they're running out of fouls. They're Avery O'Connor with 4. She's been fortunate, you never
not pick up that fifth one
that
earlier.
Fifth foul,
Yeah.
maybe subliminally the ref didn't want. I'm not saying that she got any advantage, but that would have been her 5th foul a minute ago at the other end of the court there, when she kind of wiped out. They call it a jump ball, but
Right, and we've mentioned it a bit throughout this game. Lauren Cho, the freshman, she's had flashes earlier this year of being able to kind of carry the offense on her own, get her shot when she pleases. But really, this game seems to have been a coming out party of sorts for her. And I don't want to speak too soon. Obviously, there's still 43 seconds left, but maybe turning the page a bit for Hopkinton here, someone to look to toward the future, because she has been huge, especially in this pressure-filled situation here at the end of this game.
no question. And definitely her best game of the season.
And again, Kylie Hardenbrook, another freshman who's been huge. Caroline Connell defensively has had a terrific game. Heffernan launches the 3 off the mark. Sensony gets involved. Hardenbrook again secures that rebound. And they foul immediately.
And out of desperation, that was the only thing they could do at that point. And Hillers are in a good spot at the moment with a 5-point lead, 20 seconds left in double overtime, and Sensony, one of their best shooters, at the line for 2 shots with a double bonus.
Off the mark on the first.
I'd hate to know what the final shooting free throw shooting percentage is for the Hillers, but it's probably under 50%, which is really not great.
Second one no good as well. Fighting for the rebound and securing it is O'Connor. Again, she's got her head down. Looks like she wants to take a shot.
Good D by Caroline.
She launches the tough 3. Well short. Cho with the rebound. Looks like that's going to do it
Good
here.
job.
As Cho passes it up to Sensony, and that's going to be it. 1 second left. And Hopkinton Hillers pick up a huge double overtime victory over the Dedham Marauders, taking this one 51-46. And really just kind of bucking their recent trend there, scoring 22, 23, and 25 points in their last game. They had a few extra minutes in this one, but got up to 51 and really just won a tight game against a tough Dedham team.
Well, that hopefully will be a good turning point for the Hillers, and like you said, big momentum shift after 3 really tough losses. They weren't tough in the fact that they were so large before this game, so they were really fought an uphill battle most of the game and fought their way back, and the second overtime outscored Dedham 7-2 for the 5-point differential. So 51-46 final score here at the Athletic Center. And Tim, great game. I guess we'll see you next time.
Likewise, Steve. Yeah. So one more time, we still got some minute left here. Thanking our crew: Tom Dings, Samantha Dings, Mary Arnott, Bob Hamilton, John Ritz, Gene Comiskey. And again, the Hillers, their next game, they're going to play at Millis on Friday, January 11th at 6:30. They're going to play at Medfield on Tuesday on January 15th at 6:30. And then the next time we will be here is on January 18th on a Friday. They're going to host Norwood. That's going to be at 6:30 as well. So a few away games before we guys see you again, but we hope to everybody's watching here on Friday. And for Steve Spector, I'm Tim Vladeck. We want to thank you guys for joining us here tonight.